This video explains the modular TPC series installation process for storage, memory, SIM cards, PCIe and iDOOR expansion and riser cards. For the TPC 5000 series, to install an HDD or SSD, remove the drive bay, place the drive into the bay and lock it in place using 4 screws, then return the bay to the device. To install a SIM card, M2 SSD, PCIe, iDOOR, or mPCIe module, first remove the 2 screws by the side of the system, then slide the system's rear cover off. To install an M2 SSD, remove the screws in position STD-OFF1 and plug in the M2 SSD. For a SIM card, open the SIM card holder cover and insert the card. To install a mini PCIe module, move the screws in position STD-OFF3 to STD-OFF6. Plug in the module and tighten the screws to fix it in place. To install an iDOOR module, remove the 2 screws in the blank slot cover and tighten the 2 screws to affix the module in place, and then plug in the power and signal cables. To install a PCIe module, remove the blank slot cover, plug in the module through the track, and affix it in place. For the TPC 2000 series, to install an HDD or SSD, open the rear cover and remove the drive bay. Place the drive in the bay and affix it in place using 4 screws. Plug the HDD or SSD into the motherboard and return the bay. To install an M2 SSD, remove the screws in position STD-OFF3, plug in the M2 SSD, and tighten the screws to affix the module in place. To install a SIM card, open the SIM card holder cover and insert the card. To install a mini PCIe module, move the screws in position STD-OFF1 to STD-OFF2. Plug in the module and tighten the screws to hold the module in place. To install an iDOOR module, remove the blank slot cover, tighten the 2 screws to affix the module in place, and then plug in the power and signal cables. Remove the 4 screws on the rear panel to access the Wi-Fi and NFC brackets. To install a Wi-Fi module, first set up the PCIe board. Connect a cable from the panel to the USB port on the PCIe board. Secure the board in place using 3 screws. Next, plug in the Wi-Fi module. Tighten 2 screws to affix the Wi-Fi module in place. Attach an antenna to connect the panel with the Wi-Fi module. To install an NFC or RFID module, connect the NFC or RFID module to the USB port and antenna, and then attach it to the panel using an adhesive. Regarding docking, the panel and box modules can be docked using a board-to-board connector. For more